How's it going, everyone? This is Mark with VEG, update number 5 for the fall hub growers. And this is really impressive. I was shocked to come back here this week and just see this wall of lettuce. Unbelievable, beautiful red romaine. We've seen some pictures from some other people and gone over and checked out gardens, and the romaine is just as big. So we're probably going to focus on these leafy greens and encourage you guys to start eating them. If you guys see on your veggie menu, it says, hey, this is week 5, you should really start harvesting it. It's kind of coming to the end of its life cycle. All of these like salad mixes and red romaine, they're not going to grow as long as the Swiss chard or the squash or the tomatoes. It's just the nature of leafy greens, shorter lifespan. So you're going to want to start to use these, use as much as possible. Salads, I believe we're going to be doing a recipe, sandwiches, anything you can imagine. They're unbelievable, super tender. And again, you guys can just pick from the outside, let it keep growing from the inside, and hopefully the weather will cool down and we'll have another couple weeks of these leafy greens. Here's another thing too. So that's the front that gets all the sun. We're gonna go to the back, and you guys can see there's our sad dill. We're so bummed about that. But you can just see how small this lettuce right here, I believe this is one of the mixes, is compared to these guys. So huge, small. So this one's getting shaded. So what you can actually do is take one of these big guys that's getting all of this sun, and we're gonna move it down here, probably put it where the dill is, or we can take the smaller lettuce, because the roots aren't that big, and we're gonna put it on the top. So now that's gonna get way more sun and hopefully get just as big. And bear with me, we're gonna put this huge guy, we're gonna put him on the back, because right now he doesn't need as much sun because he is almost full grown. And you can see that this rainbow chard on the back is smaller as well. So we might move that and replace it with this huge one on the front. So you guys can swap out plants as the ones that get really big in the front start shading everything else. You can move them to the back side. You can see our chives are kind of getting hidden by this. So here, we'll just do it right now. You guys can see these beautiful roots from the rainbow chard. They're really, really cool. So you can see we're freeing up some more sunlight. And bear with me, one-handed here. So we're gonna take this one out from the back, and you guys can see the size difference. Here, we'll put them on the ground for a sec. So on the right side, this one was in the front, way more sunlight. This one was in the back, so we're gonna swap them. That's the beautiful thing about growing with this garden that we really like. You can kind of change positioning. So there you can see chives get a little more sun, and we're gonna make sure that this big Swiss rainbow chard one goes back in the back, and we're good to go. So really, I mean, it's such a small space and you can grow so much. You really want to harvest and use as much as possible. That way it frees up sunlight for some of these other plants, like this tomato that's trying to peek through, this other tomato over here, this squash down here. So if you free up more sunlight and you actually harvest and you're using this and eating these amazing greens, you're going to free up more sunlight. As the season goes on, like I said, these leafy greens aren't going to be growing for too much longer. Maybe another couple weeks if the weather stays cool. But if we get another hot week, these guys are going to bolt, which means they're going to try and go to seed. So you can see it's getting taller and taller on this main stem. And eventually it's going to flower, and that's the plant trying to reproduce, and that's the life cycle of lettuce. We also need to turn off the water, fill up, put up one of your nutrients, and yeah, make sure to check for bugs. If you guys have any questions, let us know, and looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Oh, for questions, use help@growveggietoday.com. All right, bye guys.